Time for a mind-bending journey through a haze of mystery, deception, and psychedelic chaos. Join Doc Sportello, the groovy private investigator, as he unravels a web of conspiracies involving a vanished real estate tycoon, the enigmatic Golden Fang cartel, and a cult with a sinister agenda. In this kaleidoscopic tale of love, crime, and undercover operations, Doc dives into a world where reality blurs, alliances shift, and every answer leads to more questions. Get ready for a wild ride into inherent vice. The movie starts with a scene from 1970 where Larry Doc Sportelli, a private investigator and hippie in Gordita Beach, is lying leisurely on his couch. He gets a surprise visit from his ex-girlfriend, Shasta, who says that she wants his help. Shasta tells him how her new boyfriend, a wealthy real estate developer, Mickey Wolfman, is married to another woman. This raises Doc's concerns about their relationship, but Shasta explains that Mickey's wife is also in another relationship. She says that this is why she wants his help, since Mickey's wife and her boyfriend are planning to abduct Mickey and commit him to an insane asylum. Shasta further tells him that they also want her to be with them on this, but she wants Doc's help in saving Mickey. Doc assures her that he will contact FBI agent Penny, and soon after that, Shasta leaves, ignoring Doc's offer to stay at his place. After his meeting with Shasta, Doc is dejected and meets his friend, who suggests that he should get a makeover as it will help him feel better. After meeting with his friend, Doc comes back home and calls his aunt, Reet. He asks her about Mickey Wolfman and finds out how he is a powerhouse in real life. Reet also informs him that he can find Mickey at Channel View Estate, which is the new project he is working on. After he hangs up the phone, Doc turns to the TV where a commercial for Chan View Estates is being played, and LT. Bigfoot dresses as a hippie in the commercial. Doc is left confused when suddenly Bigfoot starts staring at him through the TV, and it seems like he is directly talking to Doc. The next day, Doc goes to his office and meets Tariq Khalil, a member of the Black Guerrilla family. Doc asks Tariq what he wants, to which Tariq replies that a white guy who was his partner when they were working for the Aryan Brotherhood owes him some money, but he can't reveal any more details. Instead of asking about the issue, Doc asks him about the person, and Tariq tells him that the person is Glenn Sharlock, and he works as a bodyguard for Mickey Wolfman. Doc is confused by the situation and asks Tariq why he doesn't visit Glenn directly at his workplace. Tariq tells him that it is because Mickey is always surrounded by the Aryan Brotherhood army, and outside of Glenn, he never enjoyed the company of Nazis. After asking him some more questions about his group, Doc agrees to help Tariq, who adds that he also wants to look for his street gang, Aretzia Crips, which he hasn't found since he came out of jail. The scene changes to Doc driving to Chanock View Estates and entering the only business in developing a strip mall, a massage parlor. There he meets an employee named Jade who desperately wants him to take their service, but Doc just says that he is actually trying to find a guy who works for Mickey Wolfman. Noticing that he is not going to get any answers from Gabby, Doc looks around for Glenn but is suddenly hit by a baseball hat and collapses. When Doc wakes up, he is lying next to the dead body of Glenn, and the premises are surrounded by the LAPD. He is taken into police custody, where Lieutenant Bigfoot interrogates him, seemingly happy with the fact that Doc is here. Doc insists that he didn't do anything and, in fact, doesn't even remember what happened after his visit to the massage parlor. Through Bigfoot, Doc finds out that Mickey Wolfman has disappeared. In another one of his interrogation meetings, Bigfoot asks him sharp questions about his encounters with Glenn, even mentioning his ex-girlfriend Shasta. Doc defends himself by saying that the only time he saw Glenn was when he was already dead, but Bigfoot doesn't back away and keeps trying to make Doc confess that he was involved in the disappearance of Mickey Wolfman. Doc is irritated as he argues that no one can do this type of thing alone, and he is not part of any kind of cult. Doc is rescued when his lawyer, Sancho, enters the station and stops Bigfoot from interrogating his client since he doesn't have any case to charge Doc with. Sancho mentions how this is harassment and talks Bigfoot into releasing Doc. After coming back home, Doc is lazing around on his couch that night when he receives a call from Bigfoot, who tells him that Shasta has also disappeared. Doc is worriedly thinking about Shasta when he receives a call from a girl named Hope Harlingen, a drug counselor, who asks for his help. Doc visits Hope's house, and there she tells him how her husband Coy is dead, but she believes otherwise since she recently had a large deposit in her bank. Doc asks Hope if Coy knows Shasta, and Hope tells him that they met once when Shasta picked them up hitchhiking, but she doesn't know if her husband is still in contact with her. Doc leaves after assuring Hope that he will call her back as soon as he receives some news. After his meeting with Hope, Doc remembers how Shasta mentioned Mickey's matrimonial drama and decides to visit Mickey's mansion. Doc goes there disguised as Mickey's business client, and there he meets Mickey's wife, Selene Wolfman. There he sees officers from LAPD set up in a command post by the pool cabana. When Selene comes to him, he tries to find out about Mickey's location, saying that he owes him some money, but Selene seems oblivious to her husband's location. After Selene leaves to give him some account numbers, Doc wanders around the house and finds a closet filled with ties with pictures of nude women on them. Later, he meets with FBI agent Penny, who questions him about Shasta's involvement in this new case. Doc tells her how Shasta visited him a few days ago and told him about Selene's plan to abduct Mickey. They discuss the case in detail, trying to locate who could be the suspect, but Penny soon leaves, saying that she has something urgent at the office. Later, Doc is set up by Penny to be investigated by two FBI agents, Borderline and Flatweed. They ask him about his meeting with Tariq Khalil, who is apparently associated with black nationalist hate groups. They mention how Tariq's meeting with Doc aligns with Mickey's disappearance. Doc is confused by their question and asks if they are figuring out Mickey's kidnapping as a Black Panthers operation. The FBI agent looks nervous at his suggestion and offers him some money if he agrees to be their informant, but Doc refuses and leaves from there. Back at his apartment building, Doc receives a message from Jade, who has apologized for setting him up with the police and told him to beware of the Golden Fang. Later, Doc goes to meet Jade in a dark alley behind a club and tells him how she can't stay here for long, since this place is Golden Fang territory. Doc has never heard about this thing, so Jade explains that Golden Fang is an international drug smuggling operation. Jade tells him that there is somebody who wants to talk to him since he is in trouble, and he leaves the doctor alone with this new man. Doc is surprised to see that this man is Coy, who has been reported dead. Coy tells him that being dead is kind of part of his new job, and he is currently staying at a house in Topanga Canyon. Coy requests that Doc take care of his family, and when Doc asks him if he knows about the Golden Fang, Coy explains that it is a boat that is used to bring stuff in and out of the country. Later, Doc spies on the Golden Fang with his lawyer, Sancho, and they meet at a restaurant to discuss the matter further. Sancho reveals that the Golden Fang, a ship, was originally named Preserved and had a mysterious history involving a nitroglycerin explosion, being bought by Burke Stodger, a blacklisted actor, and disappearing in the Bermuda Triangle. Burke Stodger later reappeared, and Sancho suspects a change in his politics. Doc suggests a smuggling angle, and Sancho mentions that Mickey Wolfman, a developer, was seen on the Golden Fang before his disappearance. Sancho hints at FBI involvement and a rumor that Wolfman might not be truly missing. After finding through Penny that Shasta has departed San Pedro on board the Golden Fang, Doc decides to visit Topanga Canyon. He is disguised as a reporter, while Dennis is dressed as a photographer. There, Doc meets Coy again, who reveals that he is a police informant and is afraid of getting killed, while he just wants to return to his wife and daughter. Coy soon disappears again after telling Doc that he has to find Shasta. In another part of the house, Dennis spots Coy running away and snaps his picture. On their way back, they give a lift to Jade, who tells them that Golden Fang is an Indonesian heroin cartel, and they use Chick Planet as a front to launder money. In another meeting with Bigfoot, Doc shows him a picture of Coy and asks him to search in police files. Coy is an informant. Bigfoot doesn't take his advice and instead just shows him random bananas he has stored in the mortuary. Doc then speaks with Sancho, who tells him about the suspicious ship Shasta was on when she last set sail, the Golden Fang. Thanks to a postcard from her, Doc finds a large building in the shape of a golden fang and meets Rudy Blatnoyd, a dentist. Later, Doc receives a call from Bigfoot, who tells him that Blatnoyd was found dead with fangs around his neck. Bigfoot decides to help Doc find Coy and orders Doc to find Puck Beaverton at Crispy Cod, an asylum run by a cult associated with the Golden Fang. There, Doc finds Mickey being watched by the FBI. Mickey feels guilty about the negative events his real estate business has caused and announces that he wants to donate money, giving the impression that he is a happy member of the cult. Doc also met Puck and Coy. When Doc returns to the beach house, he is greeted by a returned Shasta, but she is uninterested in the trouble her disappearance has caused. She tells him that Mickey is back with his wife. Ms. Shasta admitted that she was on Golden Fang's 3-hour tour with Mickey, and she said she believed she was sexually abused by all of Mickey's friends. She brags about what she did on the boat to manipulate Doc into sleeping with her, and tells him that they are not back together yet. Penny, an assistant district attorney with whom Doc has an affair, gives Doc a secret file that reveals that the LAPD pays loan shark Adrian Prussia to kill people, and that one of Doc's victims is a Bigfoot. I learned that he was a former partner of Prussia and had ties to the Golden Fang, and Doc learned that Sherlock was involved in the deal and was killed because of it. Doc visits Adrian and notices his obsession with bats, but is kidnapped and drugged by his partner Puck. He manages to escape and kill both Puck and Adrian. Bigfoot shows up, saves him, and drives him home, but Doc discovers he's been framed. Bigfoot had heroin in his car, stolen by Golden Fang as revenge for his partner's murder. Doc arranges for the drugs to be returned to Golden Fang in exchange for Coy's freedom. Doc and Shasta drive away together, but Doc tells her that doesn't mean they're getting back together. That's a wrap for Inherent Vice. Does the film's blend of noir, comedy, and mystery create a captivating viewing experience? Explore the film's intricate plot and complex characters. Also, which aspect of Inherent Vice left the strongest impression on you? Share your views in the comments. Your enthusiasm keeps the movie magic alive. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to hit subscribe and give us a thumbs up for more enchanting content. Thanks for watching.